to episode 31 of Talking Small Press Comics with Steve Hurricane Keeter and myself,
special hurricane.
Larned Justin.
Special hurricane episode.
Yeah, this is the hurricane episode from Orlando.
Broadcast live from Orlando, Florida, the night before Hurricane Ian.
If you see things flying across Steve's room, you'll know the hurricane is hit.
Right.
Right.
It is supposed to be here tomorrow night, and I've been so busy and everything. This thing is coming through, and whether we like it or not, tomorrow night. And I thought, if we're going to do a video, and I've been going back and forth with Larned about this for a little while, but if we're going to do one, we need to do it now.
Yeah, got to get it done.
Because the hurricane's coming through tomorrow night. I may be without power for several days.
This is Tuesday night, and of course we're recording this on Tuesday night, and then it has to be edited. So the hurricane may be over, or Steve may get blown away by the time I get it edited.
By the time we get back, plus I'm going to California for a week. If
you may be able to go to California. You may be able to go to California without an airplane.
Right.
All right. What do we got? We got a lot.
I did want to say something because I've been watching the news, and I've got the TV over here, and I'm watching all these news reports about the updates about the hurricane, and I love how these people say, "But this storm is really big, and the storm surge is going to affect so many people, and there's going to be massive flooding, and the winds are going to blow, and houses are going to fall in, and all this stuff, And then they go, I swear to God, and I just saw them. They just did this. They're looking to the camera, and they go, and it's only going to get worse.
They just told you the good stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the bad stuff's coming later.
I swear they always have to say that.
Yeah.
What can I tell you?
All right, let's go. Let's get this going before that hurricane hits.
We're reading comics. We're doing our best to make it work.
How about our good friend?
Ooh, we got lots of good friends.
Dave Decker.
Oh yeah. Oh, Matt Decker.
I mean Matt Decker. Dave.
No, I know what you're thinking, but
Matt Decker.
Matt Decker. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of stuff.
He's got a lot of stuff here. Yeah.
Excuse me, hurricane or no hurricane, my allergies
got a runny nose.
Never leave me. So yeah.
Anyway, let's look at this one. Now,
I knew where you were headed.
Matt Decker, of course, is the mind behind
Zombie Dave.
Zombie Dave. And he thought, he did 5 issues of Zombie Dave, and he thought, I think I want to do something for kids. So he came up with Cub Team Alpha. And these are Bear Cubs, by the way. Cub Team, not the Cubs baseball team.
No, that's different.
Yeah, that's a lot different.
I don't follow sports anyway, so I want to see superhero little kids.
This is Cub Team Imagination Go, it says. And that's very important in the story. Because, now this is for kids now, There you go, Imagination Go. That's important. Because the Cubs have this great imagination. And they're normal bear cubs. They look like bear cubs, kind of, most of the time.
Little teddy bear
But in their imagination, they can switch to superheroes. And that's how they switch with their imagination.
Simply by uttering that term.
That term, Imagination Go. And, they can do anything. They run into dinosaurs and all kinds of stuff.
They're talking to the mom, they're talking to the parents.
Yeah, mom and dad are in there and have to bring them back.
Yeah, they're in there.
Come on back.
It's just like you when you were young. You wanted to. Your parents always brought you back down to earth when you were doing something, especially when
they get a little wild, and the parents have to kind of step in.
They got to reel them back in.
It's just a great story for kids. It's designed for kids, but I enjoyed it. I think adults would enjoy it
I
too.
think it's awesome. You know, I mean, this should be, you know, this should be like a television cartoon or something.
Exactly.
Should
It'd
be.
make a perfect TV cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, it's really
And
good.
Matt,
It's kind of a
Matt is an excellent storyteller.
yeah.
He's just, if you've looked at Zombie Dave, you know that his stories are really far out there and fun.
Now, the closest thing I can find to Zombie Dave is when they all tackle this stick monster, the stick monster,
Oh yeah,
and they're trying to get rid of him, and they're all gnawing at you know, there he is. This is another character. He's like a fox-like character. It's another kid in the neighborhood, I think.
mm-hmm.
And they, but there's nothing. I mean, it's for kids, but it's
kids.
also written very well. It's written very well, and it's actually written for
Excellent,
adults as well. So you know, it's really, you can say it's written for the inner kid inside all of us. You know,
Exactly.
it's totally enjoyable. And
yeah, I think it's great. I mean, if you want something for your kids,
wonderful
this would be
fantasy.
the thing to get. It's $5.99,
Yeah.
and we'll have his contact information below, of course. And on the back, it gives you a little synopsis of the story. I don't think I want to read that because we don't want to give anything away. But get the comic, sit the kids down, and read it to them.
Yeah, it starts with Blue Alpha and Pink Alpha. Blue Alpha and Pink Alpha. There they are.
That's their superhero names, yeah.
Right. And I read this a few days ago, so I have to remember the younger child. Is that their nephew or their cousin or something like that? I forget. Just because I haven't read. I'm sorry, Matt, but
Yeah.
you know, I've been darn busy and I forget things. But yeah, they bring in another one. And that's the. See, here I am leafing through.
Anyway,
this little cute guy. This little cute guy. Okay.
Oh yeah, he comes along.
And I think he's a friend or
he's a friend of theirs, I think. And, yeah, and he becomes a superhero too whenever their imagination takes over.
Yeah. Aren't they darn cute?
Huh?
They're darn cute, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, Matt's artwork, you know, it's just fantastic.
A lot of fun. Wonder how they could handle a hurricane. I bet you they could take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no doubt. But yeah, this is wonderful. I mean, even the last panel. This is wonderful because you know this is late at night, and they go to sleep. They get they're brushing. Okay, look, you know it's mundane now. They're brushing their teeth and they're going to bed.
Do all that.
And then we have this. Go to sleep, little cubs. Adventure will find you soon enough.
There you go.
That's really nice. Look at that. Sleeping into dreaming.
Nice. Yeah.
Of course, in my dreams, you know, I can fly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I battle batwing creatures and stuff, but these kids are.
Once you start writing that stuff, you're going to be dreaming about it.
Yeah. Right. A great job by Matt Decker. And,
yeah. He sent, if you remember Zombie Dave, it was based on a card game. And he has the official rule book of Monkey Empire Royal Dynasty Edition with cards and everything.
This is the actual game, the Murday game, the MAR.
I don't see prices or anything on this. He sent it to us with a note that said some of this stuff was materials for his Comic-Con appearances. But I think you can get this and play the game. Actually play the game.
It's an actual game. And this is incredible. I don't know if he created the game before the comic or what. But,
I don't know, but yeah.
This tells you how to play it step by step.
It tells you how to play the game and everything.
Yeah.
And you can write to Matt and ask him about this.
Cheetahmunculus?
Yeah, there he is. That's the guy.
There
I didn't take mine out of the package, but they come in this nice little package here.
The Psychic Banana.
Yeah.
So this is great. You're reading if you're reading this after the fact. I like this one, Neptune Cornelius, and he looks like Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly.
Neptune Cornelius.
Yeah.
So,
Well, this
I mean,
little
this is
thing here, and
brilliantly
then
thought out, brilliantly realized. Oh, there we go. Our favorite, the 4 o'clock sock
oh,
monkey.
the 4 o'clock sock monkey. Four
There you
o'clock
go.
sock monkey is
Yeah,
in the card game.
with a little description at the
And the
bottom.
little booklet even has a place for notes when you play the game. How about that?
Yeah, I mean that's
Thought
really
of
cool.
everything.
I mean he's created an
Matt
entire
has thought of
universe here.
everything and is very cool. Now, he also sent us, and these I know were part of his handouts for Comic-Con, so I don't know if these are available or not. This is a Zombie Dave comic collector, and it's got some of the artwork from the Zombie Dave comics in here because it was a handout for shows. And here's some sketch work that he included about that, and it shows you how he kind of works on his characters and works on his design.
Yeah, it's more information about Zombie Dave, and I like this. The people that he knows, or the characters in Zombie Dave, a lot of it were based on people that he knows.
Oh yeah, yeah, we've covered that.
And in this, here's a picture. Cliff Stormstein was based on John Benner, a friend of his, and here he is, Cliff, portraying, or what do you call it, cosplaying as the character he was created to represent. It looks like he has like a coat, a cloak with a collar and everything, and it looks pretty much like the character in Zombie Dave. So John Benner cosplays as the character he inspired, the Master of Magic, Cliff Stormstein. So I got that right,
And this is another one handout for Comic-Con conventions. Another handout.
There's two of these.
Yeah, there's two of those. That's where you got the picture of that guy, his friend.
Yeah.
It was in this one. Yeah.
Right, in that one.
Now, I don't know whether these are available or he just had a few and sent us these or not. So
it looks like he did them along. Maybe he gave them out at
that's
conventions.
2019, and it was for a show. But that's a pretty good idea if you go to, if you're at a comic convention. These are good. You walk around, you hand these out, and they'll come over to your table and get the comic.
Yeah.
Pretty good idea.
Excellent self-promotion.
Yeah.
This one, Zombie Dave Comic Collector, this is Volume 1, Issue 1. He has a preview of issue number 4.
Yeah.
With the other version of Cheetah-Munculus, the more kind and gentle version. And yeah, so we do know that it went to issue 5, and it's one of our favorite comic book series.
Oh yeah.
Just
and
a terrific series.
If you haven't seen his interview with us, look that up on our channel and take a look at it.
This stuff looks great, but when it was in full color, when it finally came to print, this is a good sneak preview. But when he went to full color, it was really neat. Really awesome.
Yeah,
totally bowled us over. We're huge fans, Matt.
Yeah.
You know this,
good
right?
Stuff. Just good
Especially.
Stuff. Yeah.
There's some more cards here.
Yeah, there are. There's some more cards here, and I don't know.
Major Fabulous.
Handouts also.
Yeah, I suspect.
Oh,
now, these are cool.
Where's he?
These are cool because they
there he is. Major
Fabulous. Our favorite.
Our favorite guy.
He's always looking the bad guy whose name is Richard.
And it's got information on the back.
Yeah.
And you have to ask Matt for these cards because I don't know the story on the cards exactly.
It says here, Major Fabulous was booted from the military under its don't ask, don't tell policy. Remember that? Eddie Fabulous took his experience as a top-tier U.S. commando to Parasol Dynamics as his security chief. Forced to resign by a corrupt executive, he then formed his own all-gay action hero, the Screaming Marys. The Screaming Marys, who deal out social justice and fashion tips. I mean, it's important that you have social justice and
Social
fashion tips
Yeah.
with deadly
I think
accuracy
if you
and
don't
style.
have both, you don't have Major Fabulous.
Right, and he was, of course, looking for the bad guy whose name was Richard, and so therefore they call him
Yes.
Dick. So he was looking
Dick.
for Dick
Yeah. Major Fabulous was looking
all the
for Dick.
time.
Mhm.
And I'm being careful. I'm being really careful. But yeah, these are wonderful.
Yeah, great.
Larned saying, "Don't go too far." I
Yeah.
know. But this is Will Bishop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the main character there. That's Will. Yeah.
Will Bishop, who's facing.
And it'll tell you in the books what happened to his face. You
Yeah.
got to get the books, and it'll tell you.
Get the books. It'll tell you a lot on the back.
Yeah.
But these cards are super cool. Billy Bishop is his son and probably the
One of
best
the
friend
kids.
of Zombie Dave,
Yeah.
Billy, and then his wife and his better half, undoubtedly, because she brings more reason and well, she brings him down to earth.
Yeah.
Lynn Bishop.
This is Cliff Storm. Very important character.
Cliff Storm.
Equal parts bookkeeping and guru and dabbler in the magic mysteries of the universe. Pretty important guy if you can do that.
So
yeah,
these are cool extras. I don't know if he sends these extras out to everybody, but we're certainly pleased and flattered and honored and everything else to receive these.
You can ask him for them, and he will let you know if they're still available or not.
And I hope we've been an influence to Matt, because we let him know we'd like to see more Zombie Dave. Up to you, Matt. But we're telling you that series was so outstanding that it sticks with us, and it's just like it would be a shame not to at least continue it to a degree.
That's true. Or anything else he does, we want to see.
Anything else? Yeah, because Cub Team Alpha is also superb.
Yep. It's a great little comic for kids. Yep. Oh, move my phone. Move my camera.
All right, I knocked this microphone all around.
I got Peacemakers by another friend of the show.
Yes, indeed.
Who also did an interview with us.
He did.
Steve Shipely.
Steve Shipely. We're going to do more interviews. We've been so busy because you guys have been sending us your comics, which we
got so many comics we can't do interviews.
And we're excited about that. But if we get into a lull and nobody's sending books, we're going to be contacting you so we can interview you too.
Yes, you've got
and it always makes for an entertaining show.
Or anybody else that has the guts to come out.
It's interesting. This is Peacemakers #1. Now, there was another Peacemakers #1. There were earlier versions of Peacemakers. It started in Steve Shipley's small press comic Fantascape in 1984. I thought I'd seen this story for. This one is called The White Rose.
Yes, this is The White Rose.
In this particular case, he's taken an old story that he wrote.
Oh, really?
And yeah, this is an old story. And he took it and he revamped it, redid some of the artwork, and made it even better than it was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's what's going on. It looks totally new. I mean, I don't even recognize the art very much from the original. I remember it, and I think I probably have it somewhere.
Yeah.
The early issue of Fantascape. But of course, the Peacemakers are a married duo.
Yes.
Of a galaxy hopping heroes who are they're part of some government agency. The UPA, I think, is the the United Planet Alliance, and their whole purpose is to solve problems in the universe without using violence.
That's without violence. That's what I was going to say. That's what this is based on. The Peacemakers are based on superheroes that do not resort to violence.
And it's so
They
funny
do
because
resort to action. Lots of
they
action.
resort to action. Only problem, the husband, okay, the husband and wife are based upon Steve and his wife Hattie. First of all,
Okay, I didn't know that.
yeah, they are. They're totally based on. It looks like Steve, a few years ago with a
Yeah,
mustache
I
and everything.
recognized
And
his
Hattie.
body on Steve there. I knew that was him
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah, that those mighty muscles and all that. That's the
Yeah.
Steve I know. Yeah, no doubt about that. And and but Stefan, Stefan, Stephen. See, I have a problem pronouncing my own name when it's totally misspelled and other. Anyway, never mind. But Stephen, he tends to go a little rogue. He's a little reckless, and his wife, she's always bringing him in. Um, Hattie, what does he call her? Angel. She's Angel in the Peacemakers.
Yeah.
So that's a statement. He loves his wife. She's an angel to him, and she always keeps him from going too far.
Yeah. I don't see a price on this. I believe it's about 12 pages. That's the back of it. I do not see a price, so you'll have to contact Steve and find out the price. And of course,
Classic Steve
his
Shipely
info will be
adventures.
in the description below this also, but
And
you might have to contact him.
Yeah, you can see Stefan or Stephen
There
already
he
losing
is.
his cool here, and there she is,
Mhm.
saying, "Cool down. There's another way to solve this."
Mhm.
Yeah, that's a continuing scene thread throughout the entire series. I think I actually wrote one of those Peacemaker stories
Did you?
sometime. Steve might remember, but he used to do it for pizzazz, and
So,
there were a lot
we
of
were
issues.
talking about comics for kids. There's another one. This is a great comic for kids. It's not gonna, there's nothing in there that would upset a kid.
Yeah, there's no
Great
excessive
stuff.
gore, no excessive violence,
Nothing.
no offensive language, and
No.
just straight ahead adventure.
Just
And it's
adventure.
cool because we all know that anybody can solve problems with violence,
Violence,
which
but
breeds more
try to do it
violence.
without violence.
But to
A
solve a
little
problem
tougher.
without violence by
Yep.
using reason and
A little
other,
more difficult.
yeah, it is a lot more difficult. And that's what Steve is trying to say here.
Yeah.
We don't have to all fight and destroy each
Well,
other. We can help each other to be better. And I think that's what Steve is trying to say, and has been trying to say all along.
Oh, I think so for sure. Okay, what do you got next? I'll dig in my pile
I
after
just
you.
got this one
Oh, okay. Yeah, we just got
from Tom Fellrath.
We both got this today.
You got this today as well, right?
Yeah, we both got it today.
Yeah, okay.
Tom Fellrath. And of course, this is issue number 6 of Counting the Days.
Mm-hmm.
Hologram.
Hologram.
Yeah.
Who literally is a living hologram.
Yes, the guy is a hologram, and it's very difficult to be a hologram.
Right.
You'll see that in this issue.
Yeah.
His wife is just not happy about him being a see-through guy.
Yeah, because he's, they love each other and everything, except she pretty much can't touch him.
She can't. Yeah, I mean, you just put your arm right through him, like
this. He says, "I want to change back, but can't. She doesn't want me as I am."
Yeah.
He says, "I can't handle."
I don't think he can change back if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Do you? I don't think he
I don't think. He's stuck. He's stuck in the hologram form. He's a phantasm.
Seem to understand that.
A living phantasm. He's just a phantom. I mean, he just more and more. He says, "I find that I can't escape the tension by leaving." But he goes out to watch the sunrise at Arcadia, which is some sort of beach or something, and says it sure is pretty. So he's trying to enjoy his life. This is cool stuff. This is cool stuff from Tom, and it really the art by William Henry Cadell, story by Tom Fellrath. Although it's only a mini, there's a lot of emotion in this.
It's only 50 cents, so
Yeah.
you can't go wrong.
You can't lose.
And you can collect all the issues and get the whole story. And
Yeah.
you only spend a couple bucks.
So this is
You
going
get all
on
6 issues. Yeah.
somehow, and it says on August 29th, 1989, and it continuously counts down the days.
Counts the days down.
11,820 days ago, 11,812 days ago. It's continually counting down.
Right. This
And,
is 1989.
So somehow he ended
Entire
a
book is
terrorist attack.
1989.
I don't know. I might have missed this, but he says, I end the terrorist attack by the 4 elements of the apocalypse in short order. This alludes to another story, I think.
That's
So
what I thought when I read that, because
something else
all of a
going
sudden
on.
he just kind of says that.
Yeah.
So it
either
must have been something we missed.
something we missed or something that's upcoming.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But it's so sad and it's poignant and
Yeah.
something. Meanwhile, there's something sinister going on too. He tries to visit Mike in his lab at Apex. Something disorients me. What is Nelson doing? I guess this is Nelson.
That's Nelson, I believe, yes.
It looks like he's up to no good.
So there's a few things that are alluded to in this issue that don't continue in this issue, but they will, I'm sure.
I like Henry Cadell's artwork. Very nice.
Well, it fits this perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
It fits this story. Yeah, I was going to show that.
I'm not going to
read what that says on the bottom, but that's a nice.
Yeah.
That'll give away.
We revealed enough already, but I'll tell you. But the thing is, this is chapter 6. So this is. Why do I keep looking over here?
I don't
Usually
know.
the camera's over here, but the camera's in here. So here I am, right here. Can you see here? This way. But this is chapter 6 of, I believe, a 10-episode series that is going to be collected in one volume at a soon-to-come date. So, since Tom Fellrath has gotten back into self-publishing,
he's got a couple more books coming out, probably late fall, he mentioned. So
he's really done some terrific stuff.
Yeah. All right, let's go to something else.
There is something else here. It's pretty horrendous.
Oh, horrendous. This is pretty cool, just in time for Halloween. I think these come out quarterly, so this was the Halloween quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
awesome.
John Muller.
Yep.
John Muller, who recently joined the UFO.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I heard that.
Yeah, but this is not a UFO publication. Excuse me. It's a great Halloween publication.
The character right there looks very familiar, doesn't he?
Looks right out of Creepy. Right out of Creepy and Eerie.
Yeah. Yeah.
A creepy looking dude introduces the issue, editor's note.
So there's a number of stories.
His artwork by different people that, Rusty Gilligan's in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Other people, Brett Weiss, Enrique Lopez. It says, joining me in a 4th consecutive year, he says, appearing in this anthology is Yvette Bechet. Looks like Bechet. So she's in there too, and he has a.
This is the first story. And this looks like the cover, except this is the last page of the first story.
Yeah.
He did it a little different. The story just starts off, and then you get to the end and you see the cover page.
Yeah, and I have to go back and look at the contents page because it tells you which stories done by who and whatever. But yeah,
it's got
right there.
Who did it?
It tells you on that page, the page you were just showing.
On the contents page.
Art and story
Tom Travers did the Harrowing Harvest.
Tom Travers. Now this is apparently looks like obviously this was intended to be given out at conventions. And so you have sketch pages.
Well, those sketch pages are throughout the book.
Right, and I think
Yeah.
it's for the various artists.
Well,
Take
you can
various
copy
people who
what the
did
guy
work.
did on the other page and
You
have
know,
some
but you
fun.
can take and draw your own sketches if you
Yeah.
want to. But
Put your own story in the book. But yes, there's
yeah,
a number of blank sketch pages
uh-huh.
throughout the book. Yes.
I like this guy, this Tom Travers. I like his artwork. It's nice, some nice line work here. Very,
There's all kinds of, yes, lots
very
of
exciting
detail,
and
lots of
dynamic.
outline work. Yeah.
I like the lines in this.
Very
It's
good.
really good inking. It's not like, you know, too much or whatever. It's just just a deft uh, amount of line work. It makes it look kind of classic,
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
kind of antique. So very nice, very excellent. And on and on and on. Let me see who else we got here. Enrique Quique Lopez.
I was just looking for the price on this, and there it is, right there.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, whatever that says is the price.
Maybe you have to. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the price.
you have to read that with your barcode eyes.
There's a QR code here. It might tell you.
I don't know.
If you go with the QR code, you might be able to figure that out. I'm still old fashioned, so I'm still getting used to QR codes and stuff. But I know you're supposed to scan them. I do have a program on my phone to scan these.
Here's a cool story by
Quite mastered it.
Weiss called Warden.
Warden.
Some neat artwork, cool
Here's
story.
some nice artwork.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was just looking at. Brett
Yeah,
Weiss.
isn't that neat? Yeah. Very cool.
Sort of a barbarian story.
I think he's kind of a barbarian type guy from
Definitely.
what I can see here.
You know, take your
And
head
what I
off.
read.
You don't like him, you're a goner. So your head.
Yeah.
But
Oops.
nice, very nice barbarian artwork here.
Yeah.
I am the warden of this sector. I have people to protect. He says, I'm on my own. The magical and unusual events happen once or twice a year, but as people find out about what can be done in this new world, they believe too, and now I am on call. So he is a warden. He has to take care of this particular planet. And I guess they need one because they have, like, you know, various monsters and creatures menacing the planet. But he's always there to take on all comers. You see him right there.
Yeah, there he is. Lots of
tough job. Tough job. A thankless job, I think, being the warden.
Yep.
Each year it gets harder. I guess it does. Oh yeah, and he's under attack by zombie-like creatures. Yeah, one almost gets him right here.
Almost.
They're coming after him. There's these zombie guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, look. I mean, look.
There's a few arms and legs laying around there.
Yeah, there's.
Anytime you have zombies, you're liable to find arms and legs laying around.
Yeah. Well, this is cool.
Yep.
And he stands tall at the end. By this time he's lost an arm.
Yeah.
But he still stands tall.
It's only a flesh wound. Only a flesh wound.
Oh, yeah, it's only a flesh wound. No big deal. This is the artwork. This is Rusty. You got it. I was thinking the same thing.
Oh, we both did it. Gilligan. Yeah. Rusty Gilligan right here.
Nice illo of the Frankenstein monster.
Now, when I was a kid, that was my favorite movie, Frankenstein. You know, they would re-release it in the shows. You know, it was made in the 30s or early 30s, but they would re-release it at the theater, and all the kids would go see Frankenstein.
I like Frank. Yeah, I saw all of those movies when I was a kid on TV, on black and white TV.
Oh yeah, they were on. Of course, yeah, it was on.
You know, being extremely old geezer, like we didn't have. Believe it or not, kids, we didn't have internet back in those days. We didn't even have color television. I had a big black and white TV in my house. They ran on tubes and weighed about 2 tons.
Yep.
and
console TVs.
and you got
Yeah,
like
they were a
4
piece of
channels,
furniture.
and sometimes they would show classic horror movies, Universal movies and stuff. And I saw all the early Frankenstein,
Oh, yeah.
Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. I distinctly remember seeing that one for the first time and going like, yeah, man, this is it. This is awesome.
I still remember some of the lines from Frankenstein.
Those are memorable lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's alive! It's alive! It's alive! And Bride of Frankenstein was even better. When I saw that, that was a revelation. That was like, whoa, yeah, the hair.
The hair,
yeah.
Yep.
Of course, if you walked on the street these days, nobody would even take a second look.
Normal.
You know, it's just somebody with big hair, you know, but
yeah.
that was
Same with Frankenstein, big pipe through his neck. Nobody paying attention.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah. I love those movies. I have many of them somewhere over here on some Blu-rays.
Oh, do you? Yeah.
Yeah. The Universal, the classic Universal movies, you know, they can remake them, they can do whatever they want, but they're never going to top.
Never as good as the original.
Never going to be the same.
No. So there's all kinds of stuff in here.
Yeah, here's one. Look.
Neat artwork. Look at that.
You got it. That's the one I'm looking at. Fearless by John Muller himself. John Muller, who is a terrific talent and an excellent artist. And you got this little weird-looking alien guy.
Yeah.
And what is she? Some kind of a mermaid or something? Or
not sure.
Sort of a, I don't know, but not like
not exactly a mermaid.
Not exactly a mermaid, an ethereal presence.
Yeah.
And her name was Cassandra. He says, have you any assignments? The boss is not happy with your performance. So the weird-looking little 3-eyed antenna fanged guy is actually a member of a group of scary people. They're called Scare.
Yeah.
It is right here.
Yes. And there they are. Yep, that's them.
Yeah, and it is the superhuman creature and abomination resource entity. He says, a little guy says, I live in another reality filled with monsters like me. Well, not like me. I'm scared of everything. Nonetheless, he gets along with these big, scary monsters.
Yeah. And these guys say, born and bred to scare members of your realm.
There we go. They have some sort of a...
So if you have members of your realm, they're going to get scared.
That's right. That's right.
According to these guys.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
So there they go. We go bravely. There they go bravely out into the night to search for their first victim, and they find a cat. But it scares our pal here. I'm not even sure what his name is, but it scares him more than the cat is scared. So
now here's a good idea. See this character here, the one right here?
Huh?
You can practice drawing him on the next page because it's a sketch page.
That's right.
So you would learn a lot if you wanted to learn how to draw monsters by drawing that guy.
And apparently this demonic figure is the head of the Scare team.
Yeah, I think so.
You have failed us for the last time.
Uh-oh.
You can almost hear it in James Earl Jones' Darth Vader voice.
Yeah.
You have failed us for the last time.
You were warned.
So,
and then clonk.
Tears up his license to scare.
Yeah.
So what's he going to do now?
Well, I don't know.
Wait for the next issue. And John Muller has said that this, like I said, this is not a UFO issue. He just joined the UFO. I'll just say very quickly that he does promote the UFO in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's right back here.
Right here, he has the UFO checklist and everything, but he just did that out of the kindness of his heart, and I appreciate it, John.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to have you on board. But he got something else in the works. He's got something else in the works for the next year or so.
Oh.
Not, and this one's based on
the other 3 issues of this right here.
That's right, 3 previous issues.
Yeah.
But he's got something new up his
Something
sleeve.
new coming? Well, these you
Yeah.
could get right now.
Right.
He probably
Yeah.
got these. His information will be down below.
Yeah.
A great book and big. It's big. Great big thing.
Nice, thick, full color. Mostly not full color, but
No,
color,
it's not full
color
color, but
covers
it's big. And
and quality artwork and writing throughout.
I don't see a page count, but lots of stuff in here to look at.
Mhm.
Couple stories, everything. So,
So great
and the
job,
cover
John.
is just great.
Glad to make your acquaintance, John. We're gonna be watching you.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, here's one.
Now, Joe Eli, or Eli, I guess it's Eli Carrales.
Yeah, we may
Sent
not
us,
pronounce that right.
he
Corrales,
sent
I
us
think is how
three
you pronounce it,
issues.
but
Joe
Joe,
Eli or
you
Eli
can
Carrales
correct us.
sent us 3 issues of
Mary
Lee
Selinsky
Solinsky
and the Wonder Kitty.
and the Wonder Kitty. I haven't had a chance to read all 3. I did read the first one.
I read the first one also.
Yeah, they have beautiful covers.
It's full color. This thing is full color, as are the other 2 issues we'll show you.
Full color
Full
throughout.
color. And of course, the first issue is good because it's the origins of these girls,
Right.
their story. And it's very, very, very detailed.
Yep.
Joe puts in all the details that you would want. I mean, it's very, very detailed.
Mm-hmm. And these particular ladies happen to work in a newsroom. What is it? A newspaper?
Well, see, that's what they
Yeah.
wanted to do from college on. They had a couple other jobs
They
before that.
didn't. They didn't start out that way. They were
No,
working
they
in
had
the
a couple.
newspaper offices of the Lion Gazette. They had a number of jobs,
Yeah,
and
didn't do
like
well.
6 jobs that each lasted a month each.
Yeah.
So they just weren't making it
It
in
wasn't
life.
what they wanted, and
Yeah.
finally they get to be the reporters. You know, that's what they want to do.
I think they end up
Get to be
working in the
reporters.
mailroom or something. Isn't that right? I read this a couple of days ago too, but
Yeah,
they start out working in the mailroom.
they're in the
And,
mailroom, I think, right now, but they want to be reporters. They do some reporting,
Yeah.
even though they only work in the mailroom.
Yeah, at one point they were working. They're just trying to get their feet in the door. So at one point they were washing the windows in the building.
Trying to do a little of everything.
Whatever it takes to get your foot in the door.
That's right.
I mean, sometimes that's what you got to do.
But then they do some reporting, and without giving too much away, you can see there's a flying saucer involved here.
Yeah, that gets in there somewhere.
Yep. And
Yeah.
they run into that. And that kind of changes things for them,
Mhm.
big time.
Side note: before that, there's a battleship and a little Top Gun. I just want to throw that in
A little Top
in there
Gun
because
there,
that's
yeah.
little Top Gun
Mm-hmm.
because it's a cool page. Okay, so I just wanted to, if you get through this, you're gonna not want to miss out on this cool artwork. But yeah,
And there's in the flying saucer, just a quick look, there are people inside that flying saucer that the girls meet.
there's one guy in particular.
Yeah.
And,
that
let me
guy.
see here.
The guy here with the purple
Yeah.
shirt and the lightning strike. And he speaks perfect English. I like that.
Oh,
Because,
okay.
not a lot of space aliens speak perfect English.
Right.
This guy does.
And but they can't pronounce his name or whatever, so they decide to call him Steve.
Steve, yeah.
So
Named
this is
after you,
Steve.
wasn't he?
Yeah, he was named after me.
That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
thought.
me. That's before I grew the mustache back,
Yeah, that's before the mustache and the
Yeah.
glasses, as a matter of fact.
So they become good friends with this guy, and what happens? Well, he ends up. They end up getting superpowers.
Yeah, that's true.
Through that relationship and through
I'd
whatever.
rather have them read about that this is what this is about, how they get them, but the comic will explain how they get them. All you got to do is buy the comic.
Well, this is a lot of fun to read.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
And this is the, of course, we said origins. So this starts things off. Then Joe was kind enough to send us 2 more issues. So
mhm.
he's rolling along, and this is issue 2 right here,
There we have 2 and 3. Yeah.
and we have 3. And once again, lots of storytelling in here about the girls.
Nikki becomes the Wonder Kitty. This would be Nikki, the Wonder Kitty here.
Yeah.
I got that right. I'm on the right page, but I'm on the wrong page. There she is, but she can
Oh.
transform into a cat.
Yeah. Is that in issue 2?
Mm-hmm.
It is.
This is issue 1. Now I
Yeah.
haven't had a. Did you read all 3 issues? I haven't had a chance to. But
No, I haven't had a chance to read through the other 2, but I was wondering, is that where you saw that? Where did I see that?
This is in issue 1, so I'm concentrating
it's
on
in
issue
issue
1
1.
because that's
Okay.
the one I've had a chance to read. But we're looking forward to the rest. I keep looking at this this newspaper publisher guy, and I kept thinking, sure, but right here, I keep looking at this guy. For one thing, you'll notice he's always looking to the left.
Mm-hmm.
In every single panel, he's looking to the left. I guess all that's where the action is. So but he looks like, and I was thinking, this looks like Jackie Coogan, who played Perry White in the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. That's who this looks like. And here he is. He's a publisher of a newspaper type publication. And I think that's who that's based on. At least that's what it looks like to me. Could be totally wrong, but that's what
Now, is that the big boss they talk about? He's the big boss?
the
Okay.
big boss at the newspaper.
Yeah, okay.
So
Yeah, he's the,
just
now
an
all these guys
observation.
kind of look kind of young to be the big boss, but
Hmm.
he is, I think that's the guy. He runs the newspaper. Yeah.
And this
Anyway,
alien friend of theirs
I was
is
looking
from
at
Venus. Hmm.
issue 2 is called the Prisoner Agenda. Okay,
Prisoner Agenda Part 1.
part 2.
Oh, there's Part 1 and Part 2.
Part 1, I think, was in number 1, if I'm not mistaken.
I think Part 1 is in number 2.
Well,
And
maybe.
Part 2 is in number 3.
No, here's
just looking at
Origins Part 2. That's what confused me. And this is the Prisoner Agenda Part 2.
Based on The Prisoner of Zenda, which is a classic story that was made in the films many years ago. I haven't got that far yet, but it looks intriguing.
Yeah. And these are thick. I mean, these are 40 pages. 40 pages in here. Full color.
Yeah, full color. So.
And here is a duel.
Yeah. The interesting thing, if you go through this and you go back to the beginning, and Joe starts talking about the origins of this strip, and I also went to his website online, and his dad, because he's like Joe Carrales, I think the third, and his dad was involved in comics, or was interested in becoming involved in comics, and did some work and submitted to Marvel and DC,
Yeah.
but nothing really came of it.
Got rejected.
But Joe years later discovered this,
Yeah.
and it inspired him to start writing and drawing. And
I gotta make a correction. I read this wrong.
Mhm.
This is issue 2, and this is the Prisoner Agenda Part 1. I said that
right,
wrong before.
that's what I was saying.
Part 2 is in 3.
Mhm.
Part
And that's
2,
based on the
part
Prisoner
2
of
is in
Zenda.
3.
But Joe was influenced by his father. And in fact,
Yeah.
the first issue, he says, is dedicated to the memory of my father. And his dad died in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
He's done this comic. There's a picture of his dad.
That's a picture of his dad, and there's a picture of Joe.
Yeah, as a picture, as a that's right. That's Joe right there.
Joe right there.
Joe looks pretty cool. Looks kind of Italian in that picture. What do you think?
Yeah, it looks like
Kind of
maybe
Italian,
oh,
debonair, mafia.
mafia. No, that's
Debonair.
anyway. Got the hat and everything. Cool.
But this time he's our favorite mafioso, and we're enjoying your comics, Joe. Keep putting them out because we'd like to
Oh
see
yeah.
more. This is inspiring, and yeah, it's
And these
kind of cool,
are
kind of poignant that you dedicate this stuff to your dad. I mean, that he
yeah,
was an
that's nice.
inspiration.
Now
That's
these are
cool.
$7, and we will have his info, but they're 40 pages, full color. So
Yeah, so you get a lot for your money.
or this one may not be. This is 31 pages, but this one was 40. Let's see what the last one was because it feels pretty thick. Yeah, 40. Last one's 40.
It does feel thick. Got a nice cover too.
Yeah.
You
I
can see
think
all
this
kinds of
one.
mystery and intrigue in that.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Yeah.
hmm I want to smell it. I can't help it. I like to smell old comics. I got to smell smell zines.
Oh.
Unfortunately, I have allergies, so I can't smell a thing right now. I'm all stopped up. But if you're lucky and you get a copy of this, smell it.
Okay.
Just because I said so.
You say smell it.
You might enjoy it. It's not
Or you can
newsprint.
wear it. You can wear it or smell it.
That. Yeah,
One
you
or
can
the
do
other.
that. Yeah, you can put it behind you like this.
Oh yeah.
But
Next to you. Whatever.
nothing smells better than old newsprint comic books.
Yeah,
That's a
that's
fact.
true. I like that.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Pick up
That's
any old
true.
Marvel comic from 1960s. Ah, it's heaven, man. But
Now here's one that you're probably not going to know much about, but this is the
I seen that one.
UFO
Yeah, I don't know anything
TF
about.
newsletter.
What the heck? I totally forgot about that one.
And who did the cover?
John Muller. Our
Yeah.
pal John Muller.
Yeah.
And
How
here
about
he is
that?
in full color.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So, and the back cover was by Rob Cooley.
And this right here is why Steve can't get enough time to do these shows with me because he's doing this.
Yeah, and it's pretty thick, and it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of work, and I put this out every 2 months.
70 pages. 70 pages. Right
76.
There. Huh?
76 pages.
Is it 76?
Yeah, it is.
The last couple aren't don't have numbers, maybe.
I worked. Yeah, I left. Yeah, because they're covers, so I want them to look nice. I didn't want to put numbers on there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Anyway, 76 pages and 76 trombones also.
Yeah, I saw that movie.
You know more about this than me, since you put it all together. Maybe you should kind of tell us a little bit about what's in here. I've looked through it.
Well, Tetragrammaton Fragments, which literally means fragments from God, is the UFO News Letter. And we've been around for a long time. I've talked about this. I'm not going to get into a lot of detail about it. But this is the latest issue of the newsletter. And it's number 267. Wow. 267 issues, by golly. I wasn't the chairman for all of them. We've had different chairmen over the years. But I published, I was chairman back in the early 1970s, and I'm chairman again now. Let's put that in a nutshell. But it's got columns and comics and stuff. Here's that same cover by John Muller.
Yeah, I was just showing
black and white.
That's the black and white version.
And yeah, he just joined the UFO, so he has a column in here. It's his first column where he talks about his influences. There's columns by all the other members, and
I saw that.
And to break up, that's reading.
Right that
we have comics too.
Oh yeah, comics.
Here we go, from Rob Cooley, He is a comic that's never been published anywhere. It was done especially for the UFO News Letter. Now, what you're looking at there
What's that?
is Jason Bullock's work, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, Jason Bullock.
Look at that.
And I worked really hard to try to get a good reproduction on that one.
Looks good.
Yeah. And yeah, that's a story called Mr. Meridian. It's kind of a mystical, not quite a horror story, although it sort of veers that way in the last panel. But this has been going on for the last several issues. Look at this.
Neat.
Yeah, really cool atmospheric artwork from Jason Bullock, and he does this especially for tetragrammaton fragments. So yeah, so some of the artists.
This
Burl
is
Holt Bond has something.
Burl Holt Bond.
Burl Bond, yeah, there's
And
something about the Ukraine war there.
Who is this guy right here?
It looks a little bit like Vladimir Putin to me.
It does.
So, yeah.
Oh, the only thing that he doesn't have are those horns coming out of his head.
Right.
Otherwise, it looks like him.
But Burl reminds you that you know. I mean, he's kind of following the way the Ukrainian war and everything. So you can say it's political, but it's also just an interesting comic strip. Vladimir is at the end of his rope at the end. Syria, Iran, China. My dear friends, where are you? It's your old pal, Vladimir. Yep. Help.
He's looking for his buddies.
Yeah, got himself a little bit of, over his head,
Yeah, he did.
So, but yeah, the column, I mean, the UFO newsletter, it's for the members of the group. If you're a member of the group, you get this for free. If you're not a member and you'd like to receive it, it's $3.50 an issue.
Can't beat that. And you can
so it pays to be a member.
Here.
Oh, something else. This one from nice inside front cover from Michael Wagner right here.
Oh, yeah.
So, but the columns, it tells you all the news about what's going on in the group, and it gives all the information on, well, for the members, if you owe dues or whatever. But I try to make it, a nice, attractive, entertaining zine for just anybody.
It's very well done. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. And if you, like I say, if anybody wants to order a copy, if you're not a member, it's $3.50. If you join the group, you can actually join the co-op by sending copies of your most recent print zine. Once you're in the group, you have to be voted in. Then it's $20 a year of membership, which is quite a deal considering all you get. Not just this, but all the.
And don't you have to publish at least once a year?
You have to publish you have to publish a UFO zine once a year with the UFO symbol on the front cover. You have to contribute once every 4 months. That's it. A column to the UFO newsletter. It's really easy to be a member.
Yeah.
And so that's why we've got a lot of cool people in the group, like, Kurt Erickson and Larry Johnson and
all the people that lots of them send their artwork into our show.
David Oliver Quinn just rejoined. Yeah. So my thing about being on this show, I don't really want to hype the UFO. I want to concentrate on other people's publication, this great stuff that is out there. But this is a nice group. If anybody wants
helps,
to join,
this will show you some things that we may not know about, because there's a list of publications in here.
Right.
Right in the back, so you can find more comics to read.
That's another thing. If you're a member of the group and anybody in the group publishes anything, you get copies of their comics and zines free. You get free copies.
Yeah.
Of course, if you're a member, you want to mail out your copies also to everyone in the group. And but it's worth it. That's why I've been involved with it for 51 years or more. I've been involved with this group. I've enjoyed being a member all along. I think I'll stay chairman for maybe another year if they vote me in at the end of this. But after then, I want to take a break. You know, I'm supposed to be retired, and here I am working my rear end off, you know, in the pharmacy, and so busy. I'd really like to have more time off and more time to spend on small press comics and stuff. But I think I'll stay chairman for another year, and then we'll have a vote and see who else wants to take over. A lot of other fine people have been chairman of the group. Jim Main, Rob Imes, Kurt Erickson. Over the years, there've been a lot of really fine chairmen. And,
until you.
And then I came along, and everything fell apart. You know, that's no. So yeah. So, but yeah, I think I'll do it for another year.
Okay. Well, we have wrapped it up. And let's see, you are leaving town, so you won't be back for a little while.
That's right. Everything depends on this storm.
Yeah, right.
Supposedly, I'll be catching a plane.
I think you'll be
Monday morning at 8 a.m.
I'll be over by Monday.
Okay. You should be all over by now. Yeah, it should. Everything. Hopefully, you know. Got my fingers crossed. Everything's going to work out, and I'll be in California for a week. I will make a video or two from there.
Yeah.
We're not going to do the show from there, but I'll be going to visit my friend. I have a friend, Irene, who lives there. She's a special friend, and my daughter Kathy will also be there visiting, and that's gonna be a fun time.
Yeah, that'll be great.
But we did want to get one more show in before I'm gone.
Yeah. And then I think we will try to get a show in before Halloween, won't we?
Oh, absolutely. Once I get back, we should give it because I'll be back October 7th. Give me a day or two to relax, and we'll get another show out.
What we have by then, what we have to do, but it'd be nice to have a show, kind of a Halloween theme show. So if you have comics that
it's a good idea,
have a Halloween theme, now would be the time to send them, like this one,
like John Muller did.
Yeah. So like that. Right. So if you have something like that, zine. Send them along. One to Steve, one to me. Unfortunately, that's the only way we can do it. You got to send two. But that would be great. And other than that, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell notification so you know when we come on.
Yeah, don't stop sending zines. I'm out of town, but I'm not out of the network. I mean, I'm still in the loop.
Yeah. And you're not out of your mind either. You should be fine. Maybe. Yeah. But I was going to say, we like comments also on the videos. After I do the editing of the video, I post it, and then we answer any comments that you make. Just the clean ones, but I mean, any comments that you make, for the most part, we answer.
So make them as disgusting as you want, okay?
Yeah.
So if we can edit those, and you know.
Yeah, we can edit it and make it sound wonderful. Yeah. So I think we're wrapping it up. Hope everything goes fine for you, Steve, in the weather department. So I think you'll be fine. Just wear your life jacket tonight.
That's all I can say. I have a ton of superheroes supporting me here.
Yeah. All right. We're going to say goodbye. Goodbye.
Adios.